in doing this project was to determine to what degree stereotypes influence people's reactions. To accomplish this, we presented two different images in public. One was a young man with dark skin named Andrew walking a dark-colored male intact pit bull named Savvy. The other was a young Caucasian woman, Carol, walking her light-colored female pit bull named Idge. Due to time constraints in making this web documentary, we couldn't devote equal time to both scenarios, so in retrospect, we decided to focus on the reactions of people to Andrew and Savvy, but we depicted both scenarios.
My name is Andrew Hall. I currently work as a technical writer for a clinical diagnostic company. I graduated with a degree in biological sciences from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, and my night job is a movie director.
This is Savvy. Savvy is an AKC American Staffordshire Terrier and a UKC American Pit Bull Terrier. He is an AKC champion and a trained service dog. People's perceptions are influenced both by their experiences and what they see on television. Certain breeds of dogs, like certain groups of people, are often portrayed negatively by the media. While all dogs bite, news agencies tend to devote more airtime to attacks by these targeted breeds, often ignoring attacks by other breeds. We got an early start and stopped for coffee. We were quite happily surprised when this woman and her two children stopped to pet Savvy, and we thought perhaps we'd underestimated the ability of people to look beyond appearances. But when one of our crew went inside to get coffee, she overheard a conversation that crushed our optimism.
So we pulled up to the coffee house, and I went to grab a table outside while the others and Savvy went to set up. And as I was sitting there, I saw two little girls and their mom and what I assume was their grandma pull up. And as they started to walk past, I saw the little girls' faces light up when they saw Savvy, and they started to run over to him, but the mom kind of held them back and didn't let them. And then as they passed by me, I overheard the little girl say, "But why not, Mom? I think he's really pretty." And the mom says, "And I think I'm tired of your narration." And then they went inside, and a few minutes later I went inside, and while I was standing in line to order, I heard a gasp, and I looked over, and it was the same family staring out the window behind me. And when I looked back, all it was a little boy and a little girl and their mom playing with Savvy. And I heard the mother say, "Oh, how could she? How irresponsible of her to allow her children to play with a dog like that, especially that kind of dog. I would never take a chance like that with my children, especially how they're right in his face." And the little girl looks up at her mom and says, "Well, why not, Mom? What kind of dog is it?" And the mom says, "It's the kind with a bad reputation."
It was common for parents to place themselves between Savvy and their children as they passed.
Yeah. He said he looks mean.
This family veered away and picked up their dog as they approached Andrew and Savvy, so we asked them what they thought about Savvy. Okay, give me your name real fast.
Wyatt.
And can you tell me what you think about pit bulls?
I think that if they're taken care of properly and trained properly.
And can you speak up a little bit?
I think if they're taken care of properly and put around kids early, they're probably okay.
Okay. And what don't you like about pit bulls, like you told me earlier?
I think they do have the potential to be able to hurt people, so that's scary, especially for kids.
Do you feel that they are more dangerous or than other dogs around children?
They have the ability to lock.
To lock their jaw.
So
where did you learn that?
Just from being around dogs and watching the news, reading about it.
Okay, would you feel safe if your children went up to a pit bull that you saw being walked?
I've had my children go up to a pit bull, especially a younger pit bull, babies. I feel they're more safe. I mean, it depends on the demeanor of the dog.
Okay. Did you take a look at that dog over there with that man?
That one's a little scary.
That one's a little scary. And why is he scary?
He just looks strong and like he could do some damage. My initial impression of the dog is I would want to protect my children, but I wouldn't just say that I wouldn't let them be around the dog.
Okay. Can you tell me what your initial impression was of that dog, what you just told me?
Yes, I just figured I should stay away because the stereotype is usually that they're mean, and I've heard a lot of bad things.
Okay. Did that dog kind of give you an impression of being mean when you first walked by?
No, not the demeanor.
Okay.
Just the, what's the breed maybe?
The breed.
Not the demeanor.
Do you have children? You're here,
Yeah.
I assume. And how would you feel if your children wanted to run up and pet
I
that
wouldn't
dog?
let them.
You wouldn't let them?
This is our first dog, so we're very easing into the whole dog
Okay.
thing.
And where did your impressions of pit bulls come from? You said that you thought that they could be mean. How have you learned that?
Well, I think a lot of things that I've seen in the media has been focused on all of the bitings and that you have to put them to sleep if they've bitten and the vicious things. So I haven't really heard any good things.
Okay,
And I think that's probably
Do you have any personal experience with the breed?
no.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, he's not. He's nice. His name's Savvy. Savvy's his name.
Pet the doggy.
He's an American Pit Bull Terrier.
It's a pit bull.
Yeah. He's 3.5 years old.
Pit bulls. Although he looks like a miniature compared to my neighbor's dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Definitely.
What is that, a pit?
Yeah, it's a pit. His name's Savvy. He's like 3.5 years old.
Girl, boy.
Boy.
When I'm out walking Edge, the majority of people, they approach and they ask if she's a boxer or a boxer mix, and I have generally favorable impressions coming from other people about Edge.